Hi, Control, good to have you here. How are you? Hope it's going. Hi, how have you been? Oh my. So, we are going to continue drawing Houshou Marine. We are at it. Yesterday I really was pretty much, out of any source of energy, actually. Yeah. So, I've been, How are you? I'm okay, I'm okay. I've just been getting a bit tired after work recently. I think it's because of the weather. Yeah. There's a bunch of things coming in. A bunch of things coming in. There's just a... Fuck. Okay. There's a bunch of things happening, not only during the work, but just, in just general. Well, I'm a hardcore mythiopathic, unfortunately, so immense weather changes are causing me pain. Maybe not like physical pain, but it's just, difficult for me to do anything really. And how are you, buddy? How have you been? Oh, so yeah, just slowly but surely we are progressing with the artwork. I'm really happy with that. To be fair, for a really long time I've been struggling with accepting the fact that I don't have to have everything finished in one go, you know what I mean? So because of that, a lot of my artworks have been suffering. I really wish I could, speed up my processes and, just be able to draw faster. But you've seen that, for example, yesterday, that even simple sketch can take a really long while. Although I've been struggling a lot in making it, so I have to say that it kinda doesn't count. Because I know that I can sketch faster. In my style, it's just the sheer fact that if I'm going... When you're trying to draw fast, you're skipping a lot of things. You are not paying much attention, right? Fast means focusing on quantity over quality. and you can see, and actually you're going to see, because I'm still using the time-lapse recording option for it. Yeah, it's still recording. So basically you'll be able to see on YouTube the time-lapse of me drawing this piece. So you'll be able to actually see my process. The thing is that my process is not necessarily God knows how advanced, if I may say so myself. I'm just, you know, I'm just mostly drawing whatever. And that's that. And yeah. I really want to finish this artwork soon. I want to also keep on working on other things. I still have my wish going, that, you know, I have a wish that I could just draw for the entire day. Because to be fair, if I could stream for 8 hours and treat it as a job, that would be the most perfect for me. Unfortunately, that's not really helping. You know, I still got a lot of personal projects and stuff, so it's really affecting me a lot. So whenever I've got some free time, I'm actually working on my private projects instead of on anything else. In theory, I could also try and draw the same artwork that I'm drawing, like for example this one, off stream, right? Making progresses off stream is also a really good method. I figured out that I won't be able to do it until I'll actually figure out how I can accommodate my you know, how I can accommodate my side projects with my streaming projects. Well, my private projects with my streaming projects. There we go. Like, there are a couple things that I can do. Like, for example, I want to make a tile set for RPG Maker. You know, that would be really good. You know, that would be really good. But the problem is that, like, sure, I can make it, but I'm not sure if it's going to be really sustainable for RPG Maker, you know what I mean? Like, most of the times the maps are actually made via method called parallax. Parallax, well, you could probably hear about it already several times in different kind of lingo, but for RPG Maker lingo, it means that you're making maps in a very specific way. So basically, you're making overlay artwork that is going to be your map, and then you, you know, you make the thing like you make a thing like some kind of flooring and stuff, and then you make a script that is loading all those stuff, all those, like, you know, your map in general on top of your screen, right? So like all the beds and stuff, all of them are going to be placed in very specific way. So all you need to care of is just placing the events and stuff. It's very convoluted, and so far I think my tile set, in the way that I'm making it, is actually going to work only only for parallaxes, which is not the best, but actually it's the higher way of doing it, like the better way of doing it, right? In RPG Maker, parallaxes are giving you much more options, much better setup and stuff. But on the other hand, I need to figure out how I can also scale down the resolution of the game. Because the normal scaling down is breaking stuff, which sucks for me. Which means I have to already remake a huge chunk of the engine with the plugins. Of course, one of the things that I was thinking about how to make it is that I can just, you know, pick up some kind of a, you know, a bit different screen, menu screen, like, you know, you are going to hit the menu button and a portrait from the side is going to go up, and then the character is going to there's going to be like a circle for equipment and stuff and you'll be able to just scroll through the characters, but I'm not sure. The thing is that all those like UI and, you know, backpacks and stuff, all of that needs to be made specifically for your game, because you can make like universal, you know, menu system that is going to work for every game. You could try, but every game is going to be different. Like textures and stuff. Like sure, you can make several games based on the same thing, but you still need to make the textures of it, right? But then, like, is it going to work or not? Hi Karian, good to have you here. How are you? Hoping this is going. Hi, how are we doing today? Oh my, oh my. So yeah, thank you for listening to my to my pep talk about RPG Maker stuff. Yeah. To be fair, I've been trying to make some more bring up some more ideas for future artworks. You know, it's a bit more difficult to actually find the ideas like this, because for VTubers and generally, you know, for streamers, right? I've never tried RPG Maker. How is it compared to Unity and Godot? Very... I dare to say it's very closed, because RPG Maker is not allowing you to make any kind of game you want. At least not so easily. It's using JavaScript as the plugin making one, as the plugin making language, and then well, it's as the name says, right? It's RPG Maker, so like the best usage is to make JRPGs on it. The thing is, you can still change a lot about it. Like for example, I've got a plugin that is changing the way how, for example, the character is acting. So you can already make several you know, several different animations for one character, right? So that being said, I can sit down and I can make idle animation. This is what this script is for, right? The plugin, because you edit the engine with plugins. Of course, I've seen many crazy people like capable to sit down and working for about 4 years on one plugin that is turning RPG Maker in 2.5D game engine, which just assigns structural integrity to certain objects and makes some kind of like false third dimension for it, right? So you can settle if something is a house or something like that, yada yada yada. That's crazy plugin. Yeah. Of course, there are other makers, if I can say so. There's also Pixel Game Maker. That one's a bit better. It's a bit closer to those you've mentioned, Unity and Godot, but it doesn't require coding from you. It's a engine that allows you to make any kind of game you want, and it's basing everything off of the visual scripting, so visual coding, so you don't have to learn any coding languages like for Godot or Unity. The thing is that a lot of people, for example, go in and then deep out just because it's difficult. That's crazy. At that point, use another engine. To be fair, they probably did it for fun. For some reason, a lot of people are very loyal to RPG Maker. So if they can make something in RPG Maker, they are going to do it. But yeah, the guy said that it was more like a just fun project. He just wanted to test out how much he can screw with the engine itself. And there you have it, right? The entire freaking third dimension added to the to the game engine. But yeah, I'm still kind of like thinking about getting into some more game dev on streams, for example. Yeah, but that's going to be really difficult because, like, on YouTube, here's the thing: on YouTube, art and game dev are not in the same category, which means I can't do it on my main channel. Game dev and playing games is also not the same category, so that means I can't stream that on my gaming channel. Which means I'm screwed over by YouTube. Unfortunately, this is something that happens quite often. YouTube is going to actually... So basically, how does it work? YouTube is going to keep watch on what you're posting and settle with what you've got. So basically... Sorry, I've got weird hiccups. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm talking a lot today. So basically, if you sit down and try to operate on on your usual stuff, right? You're settling with YouTube that this is what you are doing, right? Like, oh, here's the drawing channel, right? And they are bucketing you in. The problem is that not only your hatred for YouTube is starting to spill out, yes, but because it's very limiting in content creation. That's the only thing that's one of the few things that I hate about YouTube. Also the fact that they didn't even made any kind of effort to fix the YouTube streaming at all. It's just making my blood boil in my veins. Because up to this day, despite me I'm streaming on YouTube for about like 5-6 years, something like that. I've started in 2026. The thing is that my main problem is that YouTube quite often is causing people to... the only way to get away with mixed content is to already have a loyal fan base. Yes and no, because... Here's the thing, if you are going to start deviating your content from stuff you are usually doing, YouTube is going to start hiding the content from your subscribers. That means that people are not going to see your content, even though they are subscribed to you. That happened several times to people that I've been watching, that happened several times even to my friends, who, as a matter of fact, were starting as, gaming channels, and then wanted to do some art streams. And surprise, surprise, when the art stream was coming in, no one from their fan base had the stream in the subscriber feed. you know, like you have the For You page and then you have the subscriptions feed where you see all the content from your subscriptions. Yeah, it wasn't there. See, that's the thing that happens. And that's why I hate it, because if it would be like, you know, a matter of fact, like, oh, a lot of people are coming just for drawing and they just don't want to see the gaming, okay. That would be okay. But YouTube is deliberately killing your channel if you do that. It's been proven on every single step. Really. And that hurts. That straight up hurts. That's why I was forced to start the other channel. Right? I was forced to start the other channel just for games. Why? Because when I was playing games, even with the loyal fan base that I have, no one was even seeing those streams. That's the thing. And I've talked a lot about this with people, and like, you know, oh yeah, I see no one wants to see me playing games, right? Because like I was asking people questions and stuff, and like several people said that they had no idea that I was even streaming because YouTube didn't send the notifications, even though they've had the bell on my account, which means every single stream supposed to be advertised to them. So even the bell didn't do anything when I've switched my content on streams on YouTube. That's unfortunate, you know? But I've started a different gaming channel. I'm happy with it, you know, in the way that we are doing it. We are playing on every Saturday. It's like just, you know, a filler. Although I wish I could stream those things on my main channel, because at least I know that, you know, at least I know that I wouldn't have a hole in my scheduling. But yeah, I missed 2 gaming streams, was busy and kept being 2 hours too late. It's okay, man. It's okay. Don't worry. Like, you know, the thing about gaming streams is that I'm just doing them for myself at this point, because I've noticed that streaming is actually helping me finish a lot of stuff. You know? And I'm really happy that, you know, people are still capable to come in and, you know, watch me for even for the games, right? Which means I do have that loyal fan base that a lot of people strive for. After all, I've been, you know, I've been really putting in a lot of effort for really good community that we have here. And of course, without people, you know, without me being lucky to get people that are building this community, I wouldn't even have this community, you know what I mean? So like, it's actually all thanks to all of you. I can get that leg right. It's, yeah, it's confusing. Wait. It's one of these days, eh? I'm really happy with all, you know, with what we have. You know, I'm really glad. I know a lot of people would be jealous to even have such good community that we have right now. I know it has to be like that. And that chunk, okay, wait, that chunk needs to go like this, then it's wrapping up here, and it's going disappearing here. Okay. Bueno. And this section can be, there you go, perfect. To be fair, I'm really happy with where I'm going with my style. It's going in really good directions, you know? I'm debating on pulling for a Huion, even though I've been waiting for Chisa. He looks so cool. I love the martial arts aesthetics. You should watch the cinematics, they're good. I might try to go in for that. To be fair, like even Davis' character, you know, in my manga, is more type of a bruiser, right? So he's fighting mostly barehanded. It's because you know, the trick to that is actually figuring out what is the what Davis can use during fights, and like his element is fire, right? So what is really good for fire, as you know, combat kind of methods, combustions. Hi Rick Stone, glad to have you here. How are you? Hoping it's going? I think this might be the first time around, so hope you find a comfy corner here. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm doing really well. Just a little bit, you know, tired, a little bit low energy. We're talking about games, game dev, my manga. Are you doing comics? Yep. Every Friday we are making my manga. It's my own story. I've worked on a little bit. And on most of the other days, I'm just, you know, trying to chill. Draw some random stuff, some fan arts, etc. Even if my preference isn't females, your female character is too beautiful. Glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I don't know how the two got there. Magic. Actually, I guess I can show you also some of the other artworks that we've got. You know, artworks I've been working on also on stream. I think the texture is pretty bad here. Like it needs to be on a very close up. Like it's way too big here. So that's something to keep in mind. And yeah, that's the whole illustration that we've got here. There's one character. And another one. Subscribe to your channel and your Vtuber is cute. Thanks, Rickstone. Thank you. Oh my. How did that happen? Wait. Okay, I see what happened, but why and when did this happen? I didn't notice your hair is really cool. All brushed to one side? Yeah. Actually, I do have some other artworks of my character. Like, for example, the Halloween special one. And this one. I really need to work a little bit more on my character though. So I think like my how to say this? I think like my model is, you know, really time to get something new, if that makes sense. I really saw some. I still need to draw to digital draw so I can draw my OC in my style. It's not really that difficult, and surprisingly, it might turn out to be way cheaper than a lot of people try to portray it as. All you need is just simple, you know, drawing pad. You don't need a whole graphic tablet with LCD screens to, you know, to draw digitally. Also, hey Zenga, glad to have you here. How are you? Hope it has going. Not sure if I've said it. I'm sorry if I skipped, yeah, for a moment there. But yeah, ironically, all you need is like very simple, cheap drawing tablet. Just small pad. And you can use also, you know, cheap, how to say this? You can also use very cheap, which means free, because my brain is not braining today. Free software like Krita, and you can draw this way, you know. It's a matter of getting used to many things and translating your knowledge from traditional art to digital. Okay, I think I've got it. I think I need to... do something like that? Also, Ray, if you ever need like some help with your artwork, I'd be really pleased to help, yeah. We have a Discord community actually, where people can post their artworks, ask for help. I don't want to overshade this. I think that looks kind of flat, this section of the leg. Oh my, what am I going to do? But yeah. Alright. I think I've got it right now. Yeah. Okay. I guess I can say that this leg is now looking good. Maybe not like this. Yeah, let's keep it like the way it is now. Hmm. Yeah, because that's going to actually affect a lot of stuff here. Alright. The bounce light is going to be added later. Bounce light. There. Because like, you know, the thigh is going to be a bit squeezed here. So there has to be visible indentation in the skin. Kind of same here. I guess. E. No. I'm a bit confused about this area. Now it looks better. I don't know. It's just, yeah. It's just one of those days that you randomly do something and it looks way better than several other. Oh my. Several other attempts. So we finished the skin. I want to add some more details to that, like here. No, it needs to be. It needs to kind of like, you know, be visibly flowing down the arm. Yeah. Of course, that's a minute detail, but you can kind of see it. Surprisingly, droplets are not really that difficult to do. Oh my. Davis Cage. Oh no. Why cage? No, no cage. Don't cage me. We once again have workplace drama. Oh? How come? Please spill. I can't wait. I have one too, but like my workplace dramas are not really as interesting. Whose yogurt was eaten? Hey, his black sheep subordinate who wants to take control stuff over their network and dictate the direction of development, possibly embezzle and steal the money. Huh. I see. He's trying to convince everybody to take away the development from us and give it to his friends' company who do not do our technology and does not know the internal workings and history of the system. I see. I don't understand. I'm already not. I'm already starting not to understand what's happening. How can he be requesting to take away the project that is not in his company, right? Because it's not like your company kind of stuff. It's the client stuff. Only our grandpa boss takes it seriously or using it as an excuse to try and implement stricter control over us. Huh. Okay. Well, the grandpa boss seems like something kicks in, you know what I mean? Trying to do a system where we report every single hour in a day of what we do, which would be crazy. Yeah. Because it would only slow down the process because people would be too occupied on filing the reports than doing, you know, the actual work. Trying to argue it's for the client to gain trust against this push. But reacting to this whole thing makes it into a weapon against us, giving client leverage, asking for night and weekend work and stupid stuff. Yeah. Yeah, because like he's showing that the client to the client that they can start, you know, start requesting for things that usually are very bad for, you know, for doing the company, right? Also, they don't care about timesheets or who worked on what. Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad. Like each person should be you know, should be accountable for what they are doing, right? And that means it should be there should be information who made the project, and if the project as a middle manager overseeing workers in a factory for over 20 years, and he needs it because he used to that. He's used to that. Yes, but in that field is counterproductive because a lot of people are not going to really work well. Like in factory it slides, right? Like I can understand because I've worked on the warehouse. It's the same thing. I mean, it's kind of the same style of thinking, right? We don't do lines of code per hour metric and stuff because we kind of do creative work. Yeah. Like that's the thing. That's why it's not going to work in your field because it's just not, you know, it's just not working well. The question is what now though, right? Well, we do our stuff as usual, totally ignoring the whole thing. Me and my team, let's go. They may think they can afford not having us, but they will be. Yeah. I mean, in the end, you are the only source of income for them, right? And it's easy to find work for us. True. Oh my. I may need to do an all-nighter to get my numbers in order and do a B invoice before they do something stupid. Yes. Do that. That might be actually the best. You know? Happy. Why happy? Muto in school. Yeah, she really... But she really needed a break from school too. Isn't it only 4 days a week? Yes, but the consecutive... like consecutive days, even though it's 4 days a week, consecutive days are still taking a toll on you. Like, for example, okay, I can stand my job, but it starts to be really bothering to attend there for a while. I've had 4 days of work too, right? For 10 hours. I had 3 days off, but it was still affecting me deeply, you know? So, yeah. What? Yeah. So, for example, it's like amount of free time, possibility to rest, even though you have 3 days off. If you have to for example, go somewhere, spend X amount of time out of your home, then come back, it doesn't matter if you are working for 4 days, 5 days, 3 days, or entire week, it's still going to have the same kind of like pull on you. The amount of days that you work on, it can actually either prolong that kind of, you know, this feeling. So yeah, like, for example, you can last longer on 4 days a week than someone who would work for 5 days a week, right? It's difficult to explain. I've noticed while explaining this, I've noticed that it's very difficult to explain. I might sound like I'm, you know, like I'm a mad person. That's why, you know, there are those statistics that people who are working from home are capable to work way longer. Used to complain about 6 work days, now we got to the point of complaining about 4. Yes, because it's about not about the amount of days of work, it's about the work itself, you know? And about being far away from home. Like, sure, now it's way better because you can work, for example, on 4 days for several places. Not mine, I'm working for FA, so it's like nearly the entire week still. But, you know, it's still like, that's why I'm saying that I was fuck, I can't speak. That's why I was saying that it's difficult to explain. There you go. Very few people want to go to work. Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? And there's this like growing feeling of not wanting to go there somewhere, like school, work, whatever you do. Well, that's life, yeah. But sometimes you can have, you know, make an impact on this, right? You can take actions to make this, you know, work out better for your case. Can stay at home and do nothing, but it won't be good either. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. People who are working from home, like majority of people not found out that actually that's what they needed to actually work with no issues. And people that are working from home are capable to work even for 7 days and even work while, you know, and even work while being sick, right? So that's a huge jump, and that actually kind of proven the point that people just don't want to leave their homes. Here's the comfort, right? People are getting tired of not being capable to find comfort in their lives. I don't mean home office. Oh, I do. I don't think people work more from home, but they can do it more efficiently. Yeah, well, it's not like they are doing bigger progress. It's the fact that they want to work, and there's no such growing feeling that you can that you get when you're, you know, working from the office. You need free time during work. Yeah, but for example, for me, even though I have lunch break, my boss still comes in and have demands from me to do stuff, for example, right? And it's kind of the same feel for people who are attending schools. You, like, for example, over here, you get only 5 minutes on recess. It's just enough time to go to the other classroom. And that's that, like, that's your entire recess. You just go to the other classroom, and that's that. How? That's how it goes. We like, the longest, the lunch break recess, isn't a class 45-minute long? Yes, it is. So it's 45-minute long, and most of them have only 5 minutes recess. Usually the one around 10, I think we have the same. So usually around the around 10, right? So after, like, what, second class, you get 15 minutes lunch break. And that's that. That's the longest break you get. 15 minutes, no longer. 10-minute pauses, that's generous. And the third break is 15-minute, lunch break is 30 to 45 minutes. So yeah, nah, it's not here. Because we get only 5-minute recess between classes to go to other classrooms, and then 15 minutes on third break. That's that, yeah. We can't even get in line for food in 20 minutes. We don't have canteens here. Like, very few schools have canteens and offer lunches like that. You are responsible to prepare for, well, you know, it's like your parents here are responsible for preparing meal for you, for example, right? If you are making it, it doesn't matter. Like, you have to bring your own lunch here. It's mandatory here for schools to provide food. Damn. Damn, actually, that's really good. Like, again, not here. That's not the thing here. That's why we've had very short breaks, and it was very stressful. And I think it's the same kind of thing in America, if I'm not mistaken. Like, very few schools also have their own canteens or something. I don't know how to do that. Stomach area. Because I've noticed that a lot of artworks with Marine are showing her that she's a bit pudgier. Not pudgier. Well, maybe. I don't know. It's like weird, you know, weird talk around this portion. uh Well, that's confusing. That's why, you know. That's why schools are problematic for people. Schools, works, and stuff. Everyone just would love to. I believe everyone would profit off of just doing their thing from home, actually. Although, for example, my coworker doesn't like the idea of home office. He says that it's bad for him because he's like mixing his. He says that he can't do much. I guess it's because he doesn't have PC that would support him on this. Hi Muto, glad to have you here. How are you? Hoping it has gone. I'm tired. No. You back from school? I tired. Yes. It was fast. No. Have you eaten anything yet? Nope. I see. Isn't it like 12 there? Nope. It's one. Yeah. Zaga, we've changed the daylight savings. Oh no. America is changing daylight savings in the next month. We still haven't had our daylight savings, yeah. No. That's actually literally destroying a lot of people's, you know, time perception. Hi Skylar, got over here. How are you? Hoping how's going? Watched anything cool lately? Or are you preparing to any departures to the cinema? I miss you. Oh. Oh yeah, it's been a while. Hope you're alright. I've just been laughing. I see. Hi Jeannie, good to have you here. How are you? Hoping it has gone. Lil Dev picks up and spins around. Oh. Is that good enough, or did I overshade at the stomach area? Like, I've noticed that Rino Tuna is actually spending a lot of time around stomach areas. I don't want to overshade things. Lol. Happy Spooky Month! Hey! Yeah. Yep. Happy Spooky Month. It's already day after tomorrow. We are actually having a Halloween special. Along with my lovely girlfriend, we are going to draw some spooky, scary skeletons. Sending shiver down your spine. Okay, I think the stomach is good. Dude. Miha's pizza gremlin mode activated. Oh my. What pizza did you get? The good one? Does the pizza have pineapple on it? No. Oh. Is it the good kind of ham? Mmm. Hmm, I guess for now I'm going to hide this segment. Blip. 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 Boops. Oops. My. I thought someone mentioned boobs for some reason. Oh my. For some reason? Reread that. Thought someone mentioned boobs for a second. Oh. Okay, never mind. Does it all the time, but have to point out time to time. Golly. Then he starts to read very carefully and slowly. I love you too, sweetie. My goober. What is a goober? A goober. Silly goober. What is goobing? I know it from SpongeBob. Devis a goober? Oh no. Bobber. Oh my god. Muto. What? Happy day. Why? It can't be. Hmm. cats. Send me all the cats. Nina is here. Hey, let's go. Nina is not a cat though. She a doggo. And she's stinky. Is she now? Or did she did she finally got a bath? Close enough though. Right. She very stinky. Oh no. That's the worst. Huh. We're slowly finishing this one. Where has she been? Hmm. E. Better. Owner? Who's the owner? Alrighty though. I think we're at the level where where I can collaborate. We're going to finish that one up. I'm watching your stream while streaming RAR. Oh my. Oh gee. That is an interesting combo, definitely. But yeah, we're just slowly going to, you know, push the stream to be cut earlier today, only an hour and a half. But we are going to, yeah, tomorrow there's a break, and on Friday we are making a on Friday we are making the on Friday we're making the Halloween special. Can't believe that it's already Wednesday. It's already middle of the week. Ah, gee. I'm feeling like the time is slipping between my fingers. Okay, so folks, it's Wednesday, my dudes. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Okay, folks, we are going to wrap up. And yeah, since we are going to wrap up, we are going to finish drawing her tomorrow. Right? Sometimes I'm looking at the, you know, at the thing with and without the liner to see if there's anything I can do with the colors to add some lines in. But I think it looks good in the way it is right now. Like, it doesn't necessarily need much. Yeah. So we are going to finish that on... we are going to probably keep on drawing during the weekend. I'm quite fast to shade the damn cape. Yeah, the cape needs to be shaded soon. And yeah, we are going to probably do all the shading by the end of the weekend. I don't think I have much planned out, so we are going to have those two streams. On Sunday I can be a bit groggy because I'm planning on either, yeah, crack sweep, shading. Yarr. But yeah, so thanks Karian, Zega and Muto for being active channel on Twitch. Thanks Cultural, Rick, Skylar and Jimmy for being active channel on YouTube. Also, huge thanks for Rick for joining our community. Say hello everyone, and yeah, take care. I hope to see you all in the next one.